evening, everybody, and welcome back to Lincolnwood, Illinois for the fourth and final game of the evening. It's playoff hockey here, game 2 between the number 4 Glenbrook North Spartans and the number 5 St. Viator Lions. It's going to be one of those games. Let's quickly turn things down to ice level. It's Wes Anderson.
Thanks, Rudy. I'm here with head coach Tim Bench. Coach, we've got 10 players over 15 or more points here in the SHL. Just talk about the depth of your team.
Yeah, so that's going to be key to our success here coming up is we need to be able to roll all 4 lines, all 5D. Got a couple guys hurt, but make sure everybody's playing and contributing, and that'll give our guys gas on the back end and hopefully get us through 3 periods and hopefully another game in a series.
Yeah, you've always played this team tight. Another close one you lost last night. What do you need to do differently tonight to come out with the victory?
Jumping on them early is going to be key here. Again, being down in the series and knowing that they know they have at least one more game. This is do or die for us, so getting up there is going to be important for us.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Wes.
Thank you, Wes. It is going to be another great game. It's been a great day of playoff hockey here at American Heartland Ice Arena. And in case that interview didn't lay it out for you, here I am to explain it. After that first game, it is GBN leading the series 1-0 following a 3-1 victory yesterday. Of course, this series can only go the distance, 3 games. So St. Viator hoping they can claw their way back to a decisive 3rd game. Of course, that is TBD, but what is to be determined is who's going to win this game. And for GBN, they are led by a wide variety of superstars, but at the helm is the netminder, Michael Reiterman, who has appeared in quite a few games, rocking an 18-8-3 record this season, and he is sporting a very impressive .915 save percentage. So when he is turned on, he is lights out, and after a full day of great goaltending, we don't expect anything different. On the other end, it's Brock Harrer, who has appeared in 20 games this season, has a record of 9-9-2. He's been the number 1 for the most part of this season, so it'll be yet another matchup between 2 strong netminders, and of course this is a very goaltender-friendly broadcast booth. So with 5 seconds left here in the pregame, we welcome back to the broadcast booth. As we said in the first game, first he's here, now he's all the way over there. It's Wes Anderson.
Hey, running double duty as we do here in the quarterfinals on the net, as we like to call it, behind the scenes. And yeah, Rudy, you talking about it. Wouldn't it be a goalie-friendly podcast? We're not doing a podcast. Goalie-friendly broadcast. You can see the fatigue that's setting in for me, right? Second game of the day, but 2 great goalies, Brock Harrer, Michael Reiterman. Michael Reiterman, most wins in the SHL, gets his final tats from assistant coach Ben Stein down there, and Brock Harrer rocking the 38 in the Navy for the Lions, and expect both of them to be sharp and great tonight as I slowly catch my breath.
You see, that's just the hard work that we put in here. You think all the guys on the ice put in the work, but hey, let me tell you, we do things right up here in the broadcast booth. But the focus is on the players on the ice, and right now, if you're GBN, we heard from the other team, if you're GBN right now, you're just trying to get through, assert yourself early, and really just not give them any breathing room.
Yeah, Rudy, and they've been a streaky team this year, right? And when they're playing their A game, they're honestly one of the best teams in the state, if not the best team in the state. So what type of performance are we going to get from the Spartans here today? And we know that the coaching staff, Evan Pudakalis, the legend here in high school hockey in Illinois, is going to get his team primed and ready to go. You'll hear him screaming throughout the game, probably a little bit hoarse coming in to that 3rd period just because he's so animated down there on the bench. And you know he's got his team locked in here. They don't want to go to that 3rd game. Games right now are so crucial. You talk about rest over rust in the game we did earlier. These teams are coming into state, and not having to play that extra game is going to be so crucial here. So expect the Spartans to come out flying here tonight.
The Spartans sporting a 21-6-3 record. They have been strong for a majority of the season. You know, the top of the leaderboard has been there's been a lot of fluctuating, and there's been a whole lot of up and down and who's hot and who's not. And now you're starting to look at 2 teams that really believe that on any given night they can get it done. And, well, here you are, the postseason. Time to prove it.
Rudy, you talk about it historically in the state of Illinois high school hockey, the top 4, it's usually GBN, GBS, New Trier, and Loyola Gold. Well, as of recently, you can put St. Viator, even St. Ignatius in there, have something to say about that. Really, the top 6 teams that here in the SHL could on any given night be the best team in the state. We've got two of them right here in front of us. Got a great matchup here tonight.
GBN, St. Viator, we're underway. Game 2, playoff hockey on the SHL Network. Kuffel gets the first touch of the evening. Was the afternoon a couple hours ago, but we'll steer the language to the nighttime.
Been here for a while, haven't we, Rudy? Sun's probably gone down. It might be 10 degrees colder outside than from when we got in here.
Nutley plays it deep to the captain Hoffman. One of the leading scorers. A shot from the point, takes a bounce, and it goes to the near corner. Now, one of the things that we've seen on both games, if not all 4 of them, is how hot of a start these teams want to get out to. It's almost like you're going 0-60 in about 2.3 seconds. It's just one of those things that these teams, they want to get out hot early.
Yeah, really, the Lions coming out like their hair's on fire here tonight. The team playing with something to prove. You know, they don't win tonight. Their hopes of an SHL playoff cup win championship is gone. And we heard Tim Benz talk about it. They kind of have to come out and assert themselves, right? And a team that when they get out to a hot start, 9-1 when leading after 1, and 11-3-1 when scoring first. So a team that likes to play with the lead is this Lions team from St. Viator.
Here comes Civic-Troff. One of the deadlier players, laces one from distance. Not a whole lot of danger behind that one. Easily steered away by Reiterman.
It's going to be tough to beat Reiterman there on that blocker side. You can see how technically sound he is with his hands up. They just move in unison right there, and just so technically sound. Even there, just sliding across his crease, making things look easy.
Very fundamentally sound is the young netminder, who might be small, but surely plays very large when he's in the crease. GBN on the rush, playing it behind the net. Quickly taken away by St. Viator. And a lot more neutral zone play as Raub tries to get a step and beat Kuffel to the rush. Is able to win possession for his Spartan side. Walker at the point. Keeps it in momentarily, but easily carrying it out is number 88, Munau. Munau on the forecheck. Causes a turnover. Loftus shoots one. And easily gloved down by the netminder, Reiterman.
Rudy, you talk about each team kind of filling each other out here through the neutral zone particularly. No team really wants to give up that first great chance. Don't want to necessarily turn the puck over in the neutral zone. That could lead to an offense or an odd man chance coming back the other way. So both teams very structurally sound here early on defensively.
GBN wins the draw. Munau takes it off the helmet. He seems okay. Fortunately, Bauer makes good helmets.
One of the best hockey manufacturers that we have here in our great sport. I know when I was back playing, the helmet that I wore was a Bauer one, so don't expect any cracks or malfunctions from those Bauer helmets that these St. Viator's Lions have sporting tonight.
But if there's a competing supplier that wants to help us out here on the SHL Network, we're gladly to say that they're superior.
Oh, yeah, we're open.
Businessmen.
Yeah, exactly. we do have some great sponsors, too, to boot, so have to always shout them out. You know, these broadcasts wouldn't be made available without them, so we always like to thank them for their support and their love that they show us throughout the season.
Back to the game. We're back in action here at Heartland Ice Arena. Voris at the point, checks up. That's delayed offside. Everybody will have to come out. Someone didn't get the memo. That'll be offside, and it'll probably make its way all the way down. It was Darlene.
Yeah, I don't think Darlene heard or saw the ref throw his hand up, and that just might be some jitters here in the playoffs, right? You're trying to be eager, trying to get in on the forecheck, assert, your forecheck on the other team, and just a little too eager there to jump the zone, and puck's going to come down into the Lions' defensive end.
Mazarski to take the face-off for GBN. He wins it, advances the puck forward, gets hit, but he does win possession for his Spartan team. Now behind the net is McDermott. Tries to pull it off to the point, but it's intercepted by Loftus. He catches a break defenseman takes a tumble. It's a 2-on-1. Loftus walking in, shooting one. That one goes wide. But a very dangerous opportunity for Loftus. Has the puck right back on his blade. Rims it around, finds Nutley. Nutley spins and tries to shoot. Not a whole lot of steam behind that opportunity. Hare will play it off to Hogan. McDermott there to apply some pressure. Nutley carries. A lot of size on Nutley. He's one of those players that has no problem laying the body and asserting himself in a multitude of ways. Puck finds him again. And right on cue, he takes a tumble, gets the worst of that opportunity. Gets knocked down off the puck. GBN will dump it down. McDermott again on the forecheck. That time it pays off. Centering chance. Heavy collision in front of the cage, but the puck squirts free to the far corner. And a clean breakout for the Lions the other way.
Yeah, Rudy, highlight Nutley there. And there's some great physicality here early on. Both teams, as we said, trying to feel each other out. No really big chance from either side here. As some liberties were taken there by the Spartans defenseman.
Voris takes a tumble, and that will be called. St. Viator will go to the box. So after getting the worst side of a call on one end, they're going to go to the box and serve two.
Yeah, looked like Voris on the back end there. The leading scorer for St. Viator Lions was slow to get up, but as you mentioned, Civic Troth is going to go to the box, and we're going to get a first look at this Spartans power play. Great chance here to get out to the lead early, less than 5 minutes in to this game, to really assert your dominance and your efforts on the offensive end, getting that first goal here tonight.
First time we'll see the special teams for both teams. Huge collision, and that'll be a penalty, so an extremely rare 4-on-4 will be played for 1:54 as a collision at the blue line will result in 2 minutes to be served.
Yeah, Rudy, we see Riston Siegel with his palms up, but you know, as that puck's coming out of the zone, I know he wants to take the body and be physical there, but the puck left just a little bit earlier than kind of outside of that window to step up and make that hit. And, you know, you're putting the refs in a tough position to not make that call there. And as you mentioned, we have a rare look at 4-on-4 early in the game.
Speck, met by Sandler, decides to leave it behind for Matthew Voris. Puck goes all the way down. Officials say it was tipped, no icing. O'Neal there, trying to get the turnover. Got a touch. No possession. St. Viator can't keep it in, just out of the reach of Speck. St. Viator rocking those dark blue jerseys. The only red in those uniforms is that lion on the back of their jersey and on their gloves.
Gotta say, we got a great jersey matchup here tonight too, right? The Spartans sporting what looks like the throwback Minnesota Wild uniforms.
Turnover in front, Rossi. Seemed like that opportunity went just wide. Sorry to cut you off, Wes. Voris behind the net.
Never say sorry, my friend. You're the play-by-play guy. Sometimes I might be stepping on your feet. Might have happened once or twice last game, or just got to get out of your way and let you cook down here to my right.
It's a 1-2 punch. It's a tandem up here in the booth as well. Loftus dumps it deep, has it in the far corner, beats everybody to the puck. Pass intended for number 78, Stratinsky, beyond everyone's reach. Semmelhack dumps it deep, no icing. Kuffel with 20 seconds left in the penalty. Stratinsky gets a touch, but it was well behind center ice, so that will be icing. And with 6 seconds left, it'll be a very minuscule power play for those GBN Spartans.
Yeah, and I like the pace here. Both teams trying to feel each other out, and both teams just so good defensively, right? Only 4 shots between the two here in the first 7 minutes, and it's one of those, as we're up here in the booth, it's who's going to make the first mistake, right? I think both teams are going to have to be timely with their chances that they get, going to have to make the most of them, because there's going to be very few here tonight, as we've seen so far.
So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kuffel has it behind the net. More forecheck pressure. A long pass, takes a hop, but finds Voris. Backhands it over to Nutley. They gain zone entry. Voris gets a step, tries to cut inside, but beyond his reach. Rosen now in his own zone. Surveying and looking for an option. Nutley gets a touch on it. LeBoy is there. Speck at the point. Didn't read the man behind him. Has the puck cleanly now. Has space to work with. Shoots one. Glove down by Riederman. How about that save with a little extra?
The snare in that catching hand. A little bit of traffic too in front there is. We'll see the replay from behind. And yeah, it's parked in front. It was a couple lines too. And Riederman able to fight through that screen and flash the leather there. Talk about the chances are going to be few and far to come by tonight. That's the first great chance we see from either netminder, and Riederman was up to the task.
We'll try again to his left. Nutley was trying to lace one up, but couldn't do it. Just hopped over his stick. O'Neill rims it around. Searching. Hoffman almost centered it back to O'Neill. Voris steps up. Denies them the chance to gain center ice, and now they're back in their defensive zone. Voris again asserting himself, cutting in and slicing through. Hoffman carries. Hoffman, the leading goal scorer for this Lion team. Very dangerous. Lions almost got the worst of that contact, and again, the puck goes all the way down to the right, and it'll be called for icing.
Both teams having trouble really gaining any type of momentum through the neutral zone, right? Like, that's why we see the lack of shots here. Only 5 through the first 7.5 minutes between either side. But no team has really given up the neutral zone. No odd man chances coming through the middle of the ice. So both coaching staff's going to have to make some adjustments here to try and free up their top players to get some time and space as we go along.
About to reach 9 minutes left here in the first period. Only 5 combined shots on goal between these two teams, but the chances that we have seen have been rather menacing, to say the least, including a great glove save just a couple moments ago by Riederman. 3 of those shots have been for GBN, and the other 2 for Viator. McDermott receives the pass, waits up a second, shoots that one to the left of Hare. Extended his stick, but no need. It goes well wide. A little bit more of a skirmish here at the blue line. Puck eventually comes free and well into the GBN zone. Here in the near corner, they're able to clear with no danger, and the puck will go off the netting after Kuffel tried to dump it back in to GBN territory. So, first period. First game that we saw, that you and I saw, it was a whole lot of action here in the first period. And then in this game, it's these two teams kind of feeling themselves out, trying not to make the first mistake. So a tale of 2 games, but both very smart approaches.
Rody, I agree. I think we got a little overzealous with the way that Glenbrook South came out in the first game that we did here tonight. 21 shots in the first period is just really playing like a team that is living like there's no tomorrow, right? Something that I think we expected the St. Viator Lions to come out, and so far that they haven't, right? They're playing a little bit more passive. They're not trying to make a mistake. I think they're more playing to not give up the first goal instead of playing to score the first goal, right? And as a team that, they've only beat this Glenbrook team North once, a couple months ago, and I think they're still trying to feel themselves out as this game progresses. But, they definitely got to increase their offensive output as this first period chugs along.
As you mentioned, GBN winning the season series, 2 games out of 3. That lone win for the Lions came on November 8th. And they beat this GBN team 2-1. So it's been some time since they've been victorious against this team. But there's no better time than the present to try to turn things around. And tonight, with their season on the line, their SHL season, of course, they'll hope to find an answer. Easy glove save there for Harrer, who has been sharp when called upon. Marks his 4th save of the evening.
Both goalies very technically sound here tonight. Haven't had a great deal of chances either way, but looking strong and solid in net for both. And you go back to the season series, it's been tight throughout, right? So don't really expect either team to give up too many chances going either other way. So it's going to come down to timely goaltending, truly, for either side, and that's really going to be the determining factor in who wins tonight.
GBN in the offensive zone trying to get something cooking. Raflowski passes it over to Shalin, wearing the A on his chest. Rossi now trying to slice and dice his way in. Official keeps his arm down. Shalin backhands it around. A lot of play deep in St. Viator territory, and that's kind of how GBN wants to play, wear them out, create chances for themselves. Lions is able to clear the puck out of the zone before any danger comes of it. Lions will have to do the same here as two Lions come in. It's LeBoy and Civic Troth, top unit out for St. Viator. Another clearance, no icing. Riederman will leave it for his defenseman. Miller sees the puck go off his shoulder. Civic Troth there. Charlie Walker. And again, it's almost like they're not letting him breathe, not letting him get any clean zone exit. And again, it's St. Viator kind of controlling the neutral zone, and O'Neill carries it in. Another chance for Hoffman, who tries to get the shot off. That one is blocked. Now potentially numbers the other way for GBN. Miller beats Hogan to the race. Centering chance, good stick from Hare, and he extends it to keep the puck out of the deep slot. Puck cleared out to neutral zone ice, and both teams trying to still capitalize on whoever makes the first mistake. So far, both teams perfect. Kuffel takes a slip, and they're going to say that was a trip. So St. Viator will go back on the man advantage after a tripping call will be called. Oh.
Yeah, Rudy, we might have a better advantage point up here because we can see the whole ice, but it didn't look like the stick of Miller tripped up the Viator player there, and you can see he's pleading his case. Even assistant coach Ben Stein is upset there on the bench, and I don't blame him either. Right, you're doing a good job keeping your stick to yourself. Both teams are, like we said, really feeling each other out. No one's had really an advantage either way. Both teams doing a great job in the neutral zone, and it can come down to special teams at a certain point, and the Viator Lions have a great chance here to take the first lead of the game.
Immediate clearance. Vora slows things down as they try to get into offensive territory so that they can set something up. GBN not allowing them any space to breathe. Puck caroms out, and now it could be a potential breakaway. Walking in is the captain. In on Hare, shoots one, gets tripped, and they aren't going to call anything there as the puck soared over the crossbar. That was tight.
Yeah, really great speed by Sandler as he's coming up the ice, and we'll see here just a chop at the end. It looks like he gets a clean shot off, so maybe that's what the refs see is he's able to get the shot off clean and then take some contact afterwards. Still, that's one of those where there's potentially could make a call on a penalty. We go 4-on-4 here once again. I think that's what Sandler's pleading to him is he took a chop and a shot afterwards, but either way he misses the net and the puck's going to come outside of the zone.
GBN extremely vocal about their displeasure with the calls being called and the lack thereof in their direction. Back to the action. Just a tick above 5 minutes left in the first period. Loftus trying to center one, nobody home. And again, it's Sandler clearing it down.
Great aggressive penalty kill here by the Glenbrook North Spartans. You can see all four players just inside of this half-point line and making it tough for these zone entries for the Lions.
Loftus cuts to his right, has it on his forehand. Looking for Munau. Puck squirts free to the point. It's Pacocha. Now it's Kuffel. Takes a spin, trying to get the shot off. That one well above the cage. Pacocha again. Stratinsky in the near corner looking to pass it off to somebody. It's met by Siegel. Bunch of sticks flying around, and they will dump it down. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Not a whole lot of danger for the Lions. And we're desperately hoping that they can extend this series to 3. Hoffman, backhanded pass, finds O'Neal. O'Neal quickly tied up. And now coming out is Miller, who could have had a breakaway, but the pass doesn't find him. Might have hopped over a couple of sticks.
And Miller was streaking down that weak side. We have a great vantage point, too. He's banging on the glass, trying to get some instructions from the bench, and ultimately just decides just to be that weak side guy and try and get a nice little chance in on the Lions netminder. But the Spartans defense wasn't able to move that puck over. I think if that puck beats the 3 guys that were here in the neutral zone, that Miller's going to have a great chance in on Harrod to our left.
Easy stop there for the GBN netminder. Reiterman sees the puck go right to his chest, right on the Spartan logo. So with 3:31, we'll have a face-off to his left. A little bit extra after the whistle. The official had to come over and tell Speck, let's calm things down. It's playoff hockey, but let's not get reckless. Nutley was hoping to tee something up, but the puck escapes his blade. Another collision there. Smith couldn't control. It's Hoffman, the captain, the ever so dangerous. Sees the puck escape him. Voris in the neutral zone, met by McDermott. Puck cleared down and eventually squeezed by Reederman. And these two teams are not enjoying each other's company. A cross check to the captain, Civic Troth. So now it's GBN who will be going on the man advantage. So hopefully this will be my last time touching on the game prior, but after a game not really called with a whole lot, now you're starting to see these refs have a lot less patience with these two teams. 2 penalties amongst the both of them so far.
Yeah, you can hear the ref too as he's the captain Hoffman's going on the box. He says, let's have some good sportsmanship, right? And it's something that you don't expect from your captain, usually more level-headed than the rest of the group and a little bit more disciplined. Don't really expect to see the captain be in the box for something that's happening after the whistle.
GBN will get their second look on the power play. Of course, the first one only lasted for about 4 to 5 seconds. So this will be their first real look at the power play, although statistically it is their second. Siegel enters, long pass, back to the point, whiffing on the try with Semmelhack. Sandler, back to Semmelhack, shoots one, takes a bounce, and it goes wide. Sandler, back to Semmelhack, D-to-D pass. Another try, backdoor play! And Masinter was there, but he just misses the net. Might have caught the edge of his stick. Another try for GBN. They look very dangerous here. It's Smith. Masinter has space. Another try from distance. That one goes wide. Masinter trying to come in, and the puck gets dumped, and the stick gets thrown. Officials are not going to call it, although technically by the lay of the law, that could be delay a game. They will argue that because the puck did not make contact, it was not worthy of a penalty. A little bit of a mistake there. Loftus hoping to make the netminder pay for the turnover. O'Neal has it now in the far corner. Not a whole lot behind those opportunities. GBN will try again. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. 1:30 left in the first period. Streaking in is Rossi. Had a lane. Still has it between his feet. Eventually finds it. Lyons at the point. Has it in the deep slot. Shoots one. No traffic. Harrer will deny him. That one gets cleared. And with 10 seconds left, that could have been their last real kick at the can. It's Solin. Gets hit hard. Slips, and hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's getting up all right, but that was a nasty spill. Penalty expires. Last minute of play here in the first period. 0-0. As they would say, Rosen shoots one into the glove hand of Harrer, and he will squeeze. Officials will blow the whistle dead.
Yeah, really, first real good chance of this game comes on the power play for Glenbrook North, and Noah Masinter, the leading point scorer here for this Spartans group, did a great job of just finding that soft space on the weak side and almost what people call Ovechkin's office, right, on that weak side, trying to set up that one time early, forcing the box of the the penalty kill for the Lions to adjust. So some great movement there on the power play for the second best power play in the SHL.
Voris has to check up, finds Sibitroff behind the net. Centering feed, LeBoy was there, but it might have gone off of a skate. Sibitroff couldn't control. GBN hoping to clear, they do. Couple extends his stick, officials said that it won't be icing because of it. Linesman let the boys play, LeBoy streaking in, full head of steam. Met by Walker, gets tied up, heavy collision, and LeBoy takes exception. 7 seconds left, last rush for both teams. Miller gets the worst of that one, heavy collision with Sibitroff. And after 17 minutes of play, that's gonna do it here in the first period. 6 shots apiece, no goals. These two teams go into the intermission level.
Yeah, Rudy, I thought we'd have some more flares here in the first period. You mentioned both teams only 6 shots. Thought the Lions would come out with a little bit more pace, a little bit more energy, but the Spartans and really the Lions, both teams trying to do their best to control the middle of the ice, this neutral zone, not giving up any really odd man chances. Like we said just prior to the end of the period, the only really good chance that either team had was GBN on that power play, and that's because they had the man advantage. So expect both coaching staffs to do their homework, make their adjustments, and try and free up their best players for some time and space here in the second period.
A lot more depth between these two teams than people realize, and right now kind of seems like one of those bottom 6 guys is going to have to be the one to break through. I mean, that's kind of what playoff hockey is all about. You just never know who's going to be the hero. So you never know who's going to break through here in a game 2 where you could either go home or where you could advance to the semis.
Yeah, really, that's so true. Your depth is really what's the bread and butter once the playoffs start, right? Each coaching staff will make the adjustments to make sure that top player doesn't beat them from the other team, right? So they're going to have to look to that bottom 6, maybe that 5th or 6th defenseman to come in and provide some offense that they otherwise wouldn't really have. So, you make a great point. They're going to have to look for somebody other than like the Noah Macenter, other like the Jacob Veras to come in and provide some offense from either team.
Couldn't have said any better myself, partner, as you do mention Sandler. 3rd on the team in scoring with 23 points, and of course, Macenter leads the team with 40. He's been strong all season long, and you know, when those two connect, they are so dangerous. They've won a whole lot of games for this GBN team with their hands and their hands alone. It is a full team effort. Both teams line back up after a very quick first period. Second period, right back on your screen. We'll try again and see who can get the first one. Hoffman streaking in. Accepts the pass, shoots one, that one wide of the netminder. Voris gloves it down, dumps it deep, hoping to apply more pressure. Hoffman was there. GBN will clear it. It goes down the length of the ice. Will it be enough for icing? It will be. So the first pressure of the second period goes to the team in Navy.
Yeah, you can see they come out with a little bit more pace than they had there in the first. Definitely some adjustments made by head coach Tim Benz, a very fiery coach, as me and you both know, very animated and fun coach to play for. You know, it's his team always plays hard for him in front of him. So just a little bit more pace we've seen here from the Lions, something that we expected to honestly see in the first period.
Loftus shoots one, goes off the blade of Raflowski. So it will not make its way to the cage. Stratinsky shoots one. Lions there to collect the shot. Shalin takes a chop. Rossi carries and dishes it. Lions all by himself. Loses that battle. Semmelhack has it right by center ice. No icing. Speck takes a hit behind the net. Now it's St. Viator trying to get the breakout going. Smith shoots one and Harrer snares it easily.
Really look how far up top of his crease his hair, right? Almost maybe a foot. Combine that with the size he has and the great technique that he applies there too. It's going to be hard to beat him from distance from that angle.
Brock Harrer, the bona fide number 1 for this Lion team, sporting an even .900 save percentage. He's been strong all season long, and they're hoping he can put up Another strong performance. Only allowed 3 last night. Gave his team a fighting chance. But not much to do when you only get one of your own. Civitroth backhands it over to Voris. 2-on-1 if they can hurry. Voris didn't have that step. There's the delayed offside as LeBoy has to check up. Civitroth gets the turnover and he shoots it. That one wide. Net is dislodged momentarily. Netminder fixes it. Sandler collects. Trying to beat the back line of this Lion team. Has been very strong here in the first 20 minutes of regulation. Civitroth doesn't get that one. He gets turned over. A try. Harrer again very far out of his crease. Cuts the angle and makes the save. Puck goes all the way down. Officials say it won't be icing. Civitroth trying to win the foot battle. Coming in to support is Jacob Voris. Voris wins possession for the Lions. Beautiful move. Sharp angle try. And that one goes wide. Voris rims it around. Finds Voris. You're not seeing double. There's 2 of them on the ice. Civitroth. Speck at the point. Shoots one. Deflected. And a great save made by Reiterman.
And really, this is the push that we thought we would see from the Lions, right? And if I'm the coaching staff for the Lions, too, I'm telling my boys to hit the net. 3 or 4 times we've already seen in this period. They've got some great chances, and then they've missed the net, right? You got to force Reiterman to make some saves. Even if it's not the best shot, that rebound can create all types of havoc in front of that Spartans net. So just a little adjustment to be made on the offensive end for the St. Viator Lions.
Just about 3 minutes expired here in the middle period. Rice tries to backhand it in front. Wraparound try. Good save there. Dahlin with the look. Now it's Rao trying to get it out. Quickly met by Voris at the point. Miller decides to leave it for his defenseman. And now they have a step. Hare has to play it. Rao was streaking in. Miller as well. But Voris beats the 2-on-1 and tries to catch them slacking in the middle of the ice. To no avail. Speck behind the net. Long pass, nobody home. That'll be icing, 13-31.
Rudy, I think we're seeing the first adjustment, too, to try and extend this neutral zone from St. Viator, right? We saw Rice there extend the zone, and both GBN defensemen retreat back to their blue line, right? And so just a small adjustment to be made there, but very alert was the GBN defenseman to move back, make that adjustment. It's a little tit for tat kind of game going on here between both coaching staffs.
Rubin shoots one fresh off the draw. Easy stop there for Harrer, who cashes in his 9th save in just as many tries. Rubin again tries to advance it forward. Doesn't quite work out that time. Long dish collected by Semmelhack, who dumps it deep. Kuffel. Rubin again sees the puck hop over the blade of his stick. A lot of back and forth here as both teams, as we mentioned in the first West, just trying not to make the first mistake and hoping to capitalize whenever somebody does. Hockey is a game of mistakes. They're bound to happen when you're whizzing around at 20 miles per hour, with slap shots reaching up to 100.
Rudy, you talk about the mistakes or the lack thereof, right? Those are amplified in the playoffs as well. The game, the pace picks up, right? Everybody's playing at 110%. That's what makes playoff hockey, honestly, the best thing to watch in the world, right? Everybody's giving it their all. Everybody's flying around out here, and those mistakes seem even bigger when either you're making them or you're executing on them from the other end when the other team's making them. So both teams doing a great job really limiting the mistakes they've made on either end of the ice.
Especially in a game that's 0-0 nearly halfway through. Last thing you want is to give the other team life. As Munau gains possession for the Lions. Loftus extending and taking a spill, but still trying to get the pass off. It gets intercepted. GBN trying to break out. St. Viator quickly shifts their entire team basically to the other side of the red line whenever they're trying to break out. It just clogs up the neutral zone. Doesn't give them any breathing room to come on in. It forces the dump and change.
And you can't have any movement too cross ice, right? That's
Right.
the one way to beat that. If the team's, has all their forces back behind the red line here, as you try and make that cross ice pass, shift the ice, but you're not able to do that because they're being so aggressive as soon as the puck comes across center ice. So just another adjustment to be made, right? Both coaches going back and forth here is, trying to find that edge to free up a player for some time and space. And so far there is none, right? So something to keep in mind as we go along here, as we're nearing that halfway point in the game.
Lions shoots one, and a nice save there by Harrer. And that's kind of how you tend to beat that kind of formation, is with speed. And Harrer got the best chance of the second period on that rush. And of course, some dinner reservations being made after the whistle.
Yeah, that stretch pass. You talk about St. Viator bringing all 5 guys behind on the defensive side of center ice, right? It's hard to make that stretch pass off the boards or just straight to the man, right? You can free up some space. We saw in the game before where Zach Freemuth and Wyatt Sherman were using that sidewall to free up some space, get around the defense, and it's really hasn't been a play to be made here in tonight's game.
Those are some of the adjustments that Viator especially trying to make as they tend to, or try to avoid elimination, I should say. Clogging up neutral zone, not giving them any chances. Essentially just controlling the pace of the game yourself, right?
That's one way to slow down a offense like the Spartans, right? Slow them down through the neutral zone, make it difficult for them to break the puck out of their zone, and that's the game plan that Tim Benz has drawn up, has worked to a T so far. Just 7 shots for the Glenbrook North Spartans to this point in the game.
Sibitrov shoots one. LeBoy was there in front, tried to get a tip on it. Kuffel rims it around. LeBoy couldn't control. LeBoy throwing the body around, but he gets the worst of that exchange. Rossi now. Rossi to Lyons. Lyons shoots one. That one goes above the crossbar. Raflowski there, trying to find somebody. It gets intercepted and taken away. Long pass, turned over. Lyons spins and dumps as they look for a change. His top unit for GBN creating their best chances of the evening as they look to punch their ticket to the next round. Siegel extends, leaves it for Burns. No offsides. Gained the line cleanly. Smith there against Kuffel in the far corner. Extension of the arms. LeBoy wins that battle, dumps it down the length of the ice. And it'll be yet another icing as Rice was trying to beat the puck, but it's hard when you're trying to beat the fastest thing on the ice.
Yeah, right. And both teams very comfortable just icing the puck down when, they're in the defensive zone, something breaks down. That's the beauty here of having the icing rule in high school hockey, where you're still able to make that defensive change, right? So both teams utilizing that here perfectly. No harm in just setting the puck down and getting some fresh bodies on the ice.
Siegel shoots it, rebound, still loose in front. Another try, great save by Harrer. Crisis averted for the Lions as Harrer steps up and makes 2 dandies. The center, I haven't said his name plenty besides during this previous intermission. Probably a testament to how strong the St. Viator defense has been, that they've been able to shut down the possibly most dangerous person on the ice. Nonetheless, he's one of the players you should look out for.
Yeah, really, the only time he had time and space is on that power play, right? And as expected with the man advantage, was able to find a little soft spot in the areas. We're going to see another icing here from the Glenbrook North side, and right on cue, full line change. So both teams, like we mentioned it before, playing very smart hockey on both sides of the ice.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you categorize smart and the difference between smart and safe, right? Where it's kind of like, it is smart to play this way when you're protecting a lead, or when you're, I guess in this case, protecting a series lead. But right now, if you're St. Viator, you got to start taking chances, right? I mean, you don't want to get to late in this game and play a 1-goal game. A lot of pressure, but there's a reason why you and I are in the booth and the coaches are where they are. We resume the action.
Yeah, Rudy, I think it's one of those is if St. Viator doesn't necessarily want to get in a track meet with Glenbrook North, right? Glenbrook North obviously has more firepower, and, you know, for the Lions, it's more about depth. It's like who's going to step up, right? Yep. So I think for them, they're really just trying to limit the chance that they give up, and when they do have an opportunity to have a scoring chance coming the other way, they're going to take it. And like I alluded to earlier, they had a few chances to begin this second period. They just haven't hit the net. So if there's one thing to really change is just force Raderman to make a save. Even if it is a soft save, a rebound in front creates all type of chaos and havoc in front of the Spartans' net.
Rice was trying to collect the pass. Not able to. More neutral zone play as these two teams try to break through. It's Munau with a step, has it on his forehand. Quickly met, and a huge hit against the boards. Officials say that it was clean, but darn, it sure looked like quite a collision behind the net. Loftus carries, and it'll be offside, and we hope Munau is okay as he gingerly makes his way back to the bench.
Rudy, we saw the bench of St. Viator light up, and it's one of those where the Spartan defenseman is just finishing his check, right? Munau still has the puck on his stick, and it's one of those where it's just a loud thud, and honestly just a great hip check from the Spartans defense. So it's hard to scream at the refs on not making a call there when the player's just finishing his check.
GBN will try again. Shalin has it, looking for McDermott. Another big collision, this time right in front of the benches. Hoffman rims it around, plays it deep. Raderman was trying to control it behind the net. That was well beyond the extension of his stick. Under 7 minutes left here in the second period. 0-0 is your score. A lot of back and forth action, and if you like tightly contested games, well, this is the one for you. Here comes Semmelhack. Shoots one. Great save by Brock Harrer. Macinter rims it around, looking for McDermott. Finds him in the process. Pass to the point. Again, using the perimeter of the ice. Centering chance. Macinter was there, but an Aaron's stick collides, and that pass just a little too high. Be considered out of play.
Going back to that last chance for the Spartans, too. Brock Harrer on top of his crease. A great blocker save to flex that wide. If he's, 6 inches, maybe a foot behind there, if his feet's in the blue paint, there's a possible tip. As looked like there was a Spartan player streaking towards the middle of the net. So just great goaltending by the Lions netminder.
A try from the point. Goes off a shin guard. Another centering chance. Goes off of a stick. Properly defended by the Lions. A little bit of a turnover there. Macinter was trying to get it on target. Kuffel there to glove it down. Kuffel trying to clear. Semmelhack passes it down to the captain. Number 86, Ryan Sandler. Top line starting to show their stripes for GBN. Raflowski. Another look. Properly defended again by St. Viator, who went on their heels. They've been really strong under pressure, not allowing them to get those second, third chances that you might have seen earlier in the season.
Yeah, really doing a great job of collapsing after that initial shot and not letting any, like you mentioned, any second chance opportunities have been swept away by their defense.
Siegel rims it around. Here, plays it. Probably, again, a testament to the adjustments that these two coaches have made where, you know, as we look at another icing, the adjustments that these two teams are making where when you really think about it, you know how potent the offense could be for GBN. And so the fact that they're not getting those second, third chances is probably starting to create a little bit of frustration here. And now you start to get the sense maybe it's desperate. You're kind of searching and you're reaching for chances, and that can force mistakes.
Yeah, really, that's a great pickup. And these teams are so familiar with each other too, right? Some chaos that's happened throughout the season when these two teams meet, and the fact that neither one of us found the back of the net, right? Like it amplifies that whoever can score that first goal. So, you know, both coaches are going to go to the whiteboard, try and draw something up here as this second period comes to a conclusion. Just over 5 minutes left here, and try and find a way to break through and get that first goal.
As Wes mentioned, just a couple seconds above 5 minutes left here in the middle period. O'Neal at the wing, loses possession. Speck will collect at the opposite wing, shoots one, not a whole lot behind that one. It flutters its way to the near corner. Rosen rims. Now a long pass finds the blade, or at least initially it did. Number 2, Hendrickson. Smith now. Hendrickson backhands it, takes a hit in the process. Lazarski comes away with possession, gets tied up. That'll be a delayed penalty. St. Viator will go back to the PK. 6-on-5 until somebody touches for St. Viator. And now there's a whole lot of action there as Hoffman gives a little extra. Hooking will be the call. GBN to the power play.
Yeah, we talk about how important that first goal is here, and just over 4 minutes left here in the second period. Only 20 shots between these two players, and 78 in blue. Strudesinski is going to go for a hook, and the top unit for this GBN Spartans team is going to come out and try and find that first goal here in the game.
Rafalowski to Siegel as they get another look here. Masinter pass to the point, shoots one, great save by Hare. The rebound, spinning and trying to get the shot off, was Rafalowski, couldn't get it off. Siegel collects, D-to-D pass, another try, goes off a body. Hare extends and he'll squeeze, but it's not covered. Siegel shooting, great blocker save, saw it all the way through was Hare. O'Neal trying to get a touch, still can't clear. And now GBN smelling blood in the water here on the power play. Koffel creates some separation, still can't clear, goes off the back of one of the GBN forwards, and they still can't clear. Now you're starting to see a little bit of fatigue starting to set in here for St. Viator. Been a while since they've gotten a change. 50 seconds into the power play, but it probably feels like 2 minutes already. Holding the stick there, seems like he's getting away with one. Koffel gets his stick tied up, still doesn't have it on the stick, or on the ice, I should say. Semmelhack shoots one, that one goes off of Smith and well wide. The action continues here at American Heartland. Pass to the point, more D-to-D action, it's Semmelhack shooting one, that one goes off a blade of a stick. Back to the perimeter, Semmelhack laces one again, toe save made by the netminder. Semmelhack a third time, gloving it down is Brock Hare, standing on his head and keeping the score level at zeros.
And Rudy, Brock Hare bailing his team out 3 times. They had the chance to clear Koffel twice. The dangerous clear up the middle of the ice, hits a body in front and keeps the puck in. And first, minute and 27 seconds here on the power play. GBN was just close to striking distance, but Brock Hare doing a great job of keeping the puck out of the net.
Rosen at the point. It's Sandler. Passes it deep. It's Rossi, back to Schallen. Shot, another save by Hare. Lyons has it, takes a hit. Loftus finally clears. 10 seconds left in the power play. Some really good looks, but GBN not able to strike. They'll get one more kick at the can, but they don't enter the zone. And how about that? Shades of Odell Beckham. Hare squeezes it down.
Love that reference there, partner. And yeah, this second unit for this GBN power play, they got to find a better way to find some movement off the puck, right? We see Sandler move that puck here to the near half wall, and then as soon as that puck moves, everybody's standing around kind of looking at each other to figure out what to do. So if there's one small adjustment to make for that second unit, it's just to find some chaos, find some traffic or something away from the puck to create some chaos for the Lions penalty kill.
Civic Troth and Voris trying to get something going, and there will be a delayed penalty. So it'll be St. Viator now going to the power play after a elbowing is called on number 11, Ryan Rossi.
Palms up too for Rossi, who's right in front of us, and unless this Lions team's able to score, this penalty is going to take us into the second intermission, and you know what an opportunity it is for this Lions team. You know, you're down one game, you're trying to fight back and tie the series, and you got a great chance to take some momentum into the second intermission.
You're starting to get the feeling that it's going to be special teams that wins this game. If the mistake that we've been alluding to is a penalty, it could lead to a scoring chance. So as you said, this power play will take us the distance unless St. Viator gets something going. That'll be an icing. And you know, I can't help but think about Max Anderson and what he says. Icing on a power play is one of the cardinal sins of hockey.
And it's just a small mistake, right?
Right.
It looked like Civitrov had room to take, what, 1 or 2 extra steps and get across the line, but instead he doesn't, and now they're gonna have to go 200 feet to get this puck into the GBN zone.
Error extends. Another mistake. Here they come. Are they going to capitalize? Wow. Nearly a goal there for GBN. Voris streaking just beyond his reach. Will it be icing? It will be. Some chaos in front of the St. Viator crease, and there's an example of when you get an icing on the power play, sometimes it can come back to bite you, and that time it nearly did.
And Rudy, we've been talking about mistakes, right? They're small mistakes, and even though you're down a man, it's still an offensive zone face-off for these Spartans. And we saw in the last one, there was some chaos that happened around the right side of the Lions' net. So, you know, just you gotta shore up those just little things for the Lions here as this power play continues.
$1:15 left here in the middle period. Both teams desperately searching for the first. Nutley walks in, and there it is! Nutley gets us going, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Lions.
And what seemed like a harmless play with some speed through the neutral zone, right? We said both teams doing a great job of controlling the pace for either side coming through the neutral zone. Nutley, with the man advantage, has a lot of time and space. Not a great gap necessarily for the defenseman for GBN, and just a great shot, glove side low. It's such a hard area of the ice for the goaltender to reach, right? Fully stretched out was Raderman with that glove, but Nutley able to beat him to the glove side, and the Lions have the first lead of the game.
Hoffman trying to double, takes a spill. Nothing comes from that opportunity. Final minute here in the second period. Sean Nutley scored 10 goals in the SHL this season. Has one tonight. Surely the most important one of the season for him. Spins and shoots, tries to get the second one. Another try. That one denied off the chance from Hoffman. GBN clears, trying to get one more rush here with 35 seconds left here in the second period. Speck takes exception. A little bit of a chop to the ankles. Officials let the boys play. Now it's Nutley, and now they are going to call this one. Back to the power play will be the Lions, as the momentum is starting to shift and the Lions feel they have a chance.
Yeah, really, and that's what can happen when you score that first goal. You talk about momentum, especially in the playoffs. It's just so huge, right? You can see the pep and the step finally has come for this Lions team. They get that opening goal. They get some confidence in the offensive end, and they start chugging. And because of that, they're able to draw another penalty and go back here on the power play to end the period.
The official call is a slash. It'll be the captain, Sandler, serving. As would any high school hockey player, he disagrees with the call. A shot, save, a rebound, spinning and shooting is Civitrov, but that one doesn't make its way through. Whole lot of action right in front of the cage. 15 seconds left. It's Civitrov. Civitrov, long stretch pass. A try from Voris. Shoots one. That one goes wide. Loftus collects. 8 seconds left here in the middle period. Raflowski there. Loftus, beautiful move. Has it. Backdoor play just beyond the reach. And that'll do it here for the second period. One more try, and it goes wide. Probably wouldn't have counted, but it sure was fun to watch. After 2 periods, on the brink of elimination, it's the Lions finally breaking through, and after 2 periods of play, Wes, it's 1-0.
It seems like the Lions finally found their legs here in the last 2 minutes of this second period. They get the opening goal, and from that, they grab the momentum, get the confidence, and finally start putting pressure and some intensity into the offensive end. And expect to see that. They've got, what, 1 minute and 34 seconds to start this third period to get that second goal and really try and put a stranglehold on this game.
Not only that, Wes, but when they come back, they have 1:34 on fresh ice, which, you know, we alluded to it earlier. When you're not playing on fresh ice, the puck starts to hop, and that's kind of where mistakes kind of get forced accidentally, right? So they get fresh ice, they get a power play, they're going to look to try to make it 2-0.
And you can see even the ice crew down there trying to scrape the snow off the sideboard. And really, that's a great pickup, too. They're going to be able to move that puck, snap it around really quickly. You see there was they had some good confidence and some pace there towards the end of the period of finding that backdoor play, that weak side chance, and expect that to be something similar that we see to start the third period.
So after 2 periods of play, 1-0 is your score here from American Heartland Ice Arena. Stick around, folks. We got ourselves a dandy here on the SHL Network. Welcome back to American Heartland Ice Arena, where after 2 periods, it's 1-0 in favor of the Lions, but we're going to focus on the Spartans. Down at ice level, it's Wes Anderson.
Thanks, Rudy. Coach, only giving up 10 shots through the first 2 periods. What's been working on the defensive end for you guys?
Yeah, I think we're doing a great job of supporting the puck and knocking down their transition through the neutral zone. And, you know, they pop a power play goal, and I thought we had a great power play and didn't get one. So that's where we are.
Now, on the opposite end of the things, you've got 16 shots. What do you need to do in this 3rd period to get a goal?
Well, I think we got to crowd the goalie a little. I mean, he's seeing almost every shot we're taking. So we got to get some traffic in front of him and find a rebound.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the 3rd.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wes. As we look ahead to the 3rd period here, of course, your score 1-0. But for GBM, this isn't exactly an uncomfortable position for them to be at after conceding the first goal. They're the 3rd best team in the SHL, at least in regular season play, with a record of 7-6-1. So just a tick over 500. But, you know, when it comes to these important games, that's kind of where you kind of try to rely on what you've done in the past, and hopefully you can garner some momentum and tell the team, well, we've been here before. So let's try to capitalize again as both teams go to their respective sides and anticipate puck drop here for the 3rd period of action here on the SHL Network. For the St. Viator Lions, this is one of those teams that they've been a little streaky at times. They won 8 of their first 9 games, and then they lost 4 in a row. And then from November 19th to January 6th, they were undefeated in SHL play with another 8-game win streak. And now since then, they've been kind of trending in the wrong direction, losing their last 5 of their last 6, I should say, and that's not including last night's loss in game number 1. So they find themselves on the brink of elimination, and they're not exactly focused on what's happened in the past. They are very focused on the present as we anticipate a very strong 3rd period between these 2 teams. Rudy Hodgson alongside Wes Anderson. Puck is dropped. We're underway here for the 3rd period of game number 2. Of course, GBN leads the series 1-0 following their win last night. They're hoping to close it out, but the Lions saying no, no, no. They want to fight one more day. O'Neill at the wing has Hoffman. Hoffman taking a bit of a lap, taking the space he's being given. Nutley, remember, they have the power play for just over a minute now. Kuffel finds Speck. Another look. O'Neill shoots one, and it might have gone off the end of the stick of the netminder Reiterman.
Great pressure here early by the Lions here on this power play, too, trying to find that 2nd goal. As you say, give themselves some insurance here as we ride out this 3rd period.
.30 seconds left here in the man advantage. Voris keeps the puck in the O zone. High stick will result in a stoppage of play after Smith touches up. So we will try again to the right of the netminder Reiterman.
Yeah, Reiterman stood tall and not only giving up that 1 goal, and gonna look to lean on him to keep them in the game, or this Glenbrook North Spartans team.
Smith can't clear. Hoffman carrying, shooting one, deflected, but it goes just wide. LeBoy was there, might have gotten a touch. Now it's Voris shooting one from a sharp angle. Another try from LeBoy, nobody can capitalize. And that'll be a tripping, and LeBoy will go to the box. So GBN, after 7 seconds of 4-on-4 play, will have their first man advantage of the 3rd period.
And Rudy, you talked about it. I think it was towards the end of the 2nd period that special teams was going to be such a big factor in this game, right? And GBN, the 2nd best power play in the SHL. We know the only one better is that Glenbrook South team, clicking at over 35%. And after the 7 seconds scored off for the Sandler penalty, the Glenbrook North Spartans are going to go back on the power play and look to tie things up.
GBN hoping that they can sway the momentum back in their favor. You saw what momentum did at the end of that 2nd period after St. Viator got the lone goal of the contest. Penalty expired. It's a power play now for GBN. Macinter there, couldn't keep it in. And now Stratinsky trying to get a step. Whole lot of arms being moved around. Officials say there wasn't enough there on that exchange. Now it's GBN gaining the blue line. Enter the zone cleanly. A good look here for GBN. Backdoor play. They score! Sandler breaks through. We're level at American Heartland. It's 1-1.
And Rudy Sandler might get the goal, but 66 in white. Noah Macinter, what a play to feed that through a ton of traffic in front of the slot, in front of the net of the St. Viator Lions net. We've got a tie game. Rudy, right on the spot. You said special teams would be a factor. We've got 2 power play goals in this game, 1 each side, and things are all square here. Just under 15 minutes left to play here in the third.
We got ourselves a hockey game in Lincolnwood. These 2 teams hoping to break through. They finally, after nearly 2 periods of nothing, finally get on the board. Nothing much better than tight hockey games when they matter. Not sure anything matters more than the postseason for these 2 teams. 14.5 left in regulation.
Here we went for the first, 27, 28 minutes of this game, virtually nothing, right? And then both teams able to score in about a 5-minute span, and feels like it's just a matter of time before this game truly starts to break open.
As this game goes back to its roots from the first 2 periods, another icing on the ice for both these teams. Shots on goal 17-13, so it's been a low shooting affair. Of course, it's the team down in the series that have the least amount of shots. They've been on their heels for a majority of the evening. Outside of that first goal they scored. Good chance here for GBN, a save by Harrer. Had to be sharp. And now it's the Lions going the other way. Loftus shoots one from well past the blue line. Easy save there for Raderman. GBN the other way, it's Siegel. Siegel walks in, another shot from outside of the offensive zone. Steered away easily by Harrer. Puck played here in the near corner. Raub leaves it for Miller. Miller at the wing, shoots one, that one well wide of the cage. And again, it's GBN suffocating St. Viator in their own zone, not letting them break out cleanly. Loftus has to try to clear, is not able to do so. Siegel shoots one, that one goes over the crossbar. Action starting to pick up here in Heartland. Another try goes off the side of the net. Harrer might have gotten a touch. Another look, it's Rosen. Centering chance, nobody there to cash in. And St. Viator finally, at long last, are able to clear and get a change, but it might come back to bite them as GBN had numbers on the change. And now it's a 2-on-1, put a nice extension of the stick by Hogan, breaks up what could have been a 2-on-0. We continue the action here. Macinter not able to get the puck. A long pass finds Sandler, he has a step, but another great stick there by Hogan cancels out the opportunity. That puck goes off of a bounce, and now it's Smith walking in. A lot of room to work with. Shoots one, that one goes wide. Sandler rings it around. Another look for GBN. Pressure coming from all directions. A try, and another great save by Harrer, who comes out and protects his crease.
And Rudy, all it took was, 30 minutes of game action for this thing to blow wide open. You talk about the shot total, then it's slowly starting to creep its way up there. Wouldn't be surprised if both teams are in the mid to high 20s before this thing's over. And both teams, it seems like both teams got a goal. They finally found that confidence on the offensive end to start taking some chances. And this game has really opened up in the last 2 to 3 minutes.
Full shoots one, doesn't make its way through. Puck caroms off a couple of bodies. And now getting a step is Macinter. Macinter tries to leave it for Sandler. Pass doesn't find him. Leaves it for LeBoy. LeBoy enters the zone. Puck goes off the body lines there. After that try goes wide. Smith loses possession. Voris dumps it deep. Sipitroth will surely win the race. And as I said that, he loses it. Puck finds its way to the point. Speck collects. Plays it off to the wing. It's LeBoy. Lions gets hit by Sipitroth. Again, it's LeBoy walking in, shooting one. That one goes off a body and wide. Voris has it in the near corner. Plays it up to the wing. Carrying again, cutting to the deep slot, and he shoots one on target easily. Glove down by the netminder Raderman.
Yeah, this top line of St. Viator Lions with Boy and Boris finally feeling their mojo here tonight with some great zone time, and it results in Raderman with a quick glove save and a quick change for the Lions to get the second unit back out on the ice.
Playoff hockey, such a game of momentum, such a game of emotional swings. You're starting to see it here as St. Viator hoping to get the momentum back in their favor after conceding and surviving a bit of a rush. Raflowski trying to make it 2-1. Has it in the near corner. Plays it off to the point. It's Siegel. Siegel takes a step. That one gets blocked on its way to the net. Rossi trying to find somebody. Still has it. Takes it to the far wing. Shoots that one. That one takes a bounce. Save by Hare. Another save by Hare. A third try, but that one can't get cashed in. Rice carries, backhands it down. Raderman just beyond his reach, leaves it for his defense and Semmelback. Koffel loses that battle, and he gets dumped down, and they're looking for the quick change. And again, Shalin has to get a touch and get a change of his own. Both teams starting to feel the wear and tear of back-to-back games in the postseason. Burns, puck takes a crazy bounce. Nutley trying to get a step, not able to do that exactly as cleanly as he intended. More neutral zone play here at Heartland. Both teams trying to capitalize. One trying to stay alive, the other one trying to clinch their way to the semis. With just over 10 minutes left in regulation, surely a very, very exciting conclusion to follow. Nutley chips it out. He has the lone goal. Finds Hoffman. Most dangerous Lion this season. Has the puck. Plays it off to Speck. Neal has to come clean up the garbage. Comes in to help. Puck played at the far corner. O'Neal trying to create some separation. Does so, but loses the puck in the process. Hoffman trying to apply pressure on the forecheck. Loses that battle. McDermott now in the neutral zone. Taken away by O'Neal. McDermott tries to recover, and he does. Now it's Mazarski. Dumps it deep, and now it's GBN needing a change. Loftus trying to streak through the neutral zone with speed. Gets a move. Has to settle for an unintentional pass, but it gets taken away. And now dumped again by GBN. That was Rob. Kuffel met by two in green. Was able to win that battle despite the odds. Able to carry it out, and more play at center ice before being dumped down by GBN. Hare thought about covering, leaves it for his defenseman. Loftus couldn't control that one. Now it's Pacocha backhanding it deep into Spartan territory. A long, long extension from Munau, who's back in the game after suffering that hit to the head. Good to see that he's okay. 8:26 left in regulation. As every second ticks away, the drama heightens as both teams looking for an answer. GBN on the rush. Long pass, finds Rubin. Actually, it doesn't, but he tips it, so it won't be icing. Now it's St. Viator. Desperately trying to get out of their zone and
how lack of much space there was through the neutral zone in the first two periods. That has completely opened up, right? Both teams a lot of energy, a lot of pace through the middle part of the ice here. Something to keep in mind as we continue on forward is who's going to be able to break through and drive the pace as both teams come out of their zone.
5.5 minutes left here in the third period. Puck goes off of the stick of Rice. For those at home checking back in, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but you didn't miss much. Still 1-1. Plenty of action left to be played. The action continues. Kuffel decides to leave it. Finds a streaking Pacocha, who enters the zone. Shoots one, but it gets blocked. 1-on-2, 1-on-3 if you count Voris, who was coming in. Finally getting some support. They get tied up. Another chance here for GBN. A backhanded try. That one goes wide. Both teams desperately searching for separation and space to try to strike. Neither team able to find it. But it's been a whole lot of easy flow hockey. Exactly what you want postseason hockey to look like. And after two very quiet periods, the action is certainly heightened here in the third.
Yeah, Rudy, I think that it is advantageous for the Glenbrook North Spartans here. Something we talked about is the Lions. They didn't want to get into a track meet, right? They think the Spartans might have the edge on them in terms of pace, and we see it already, just how much more we've been in the defensive zone for the St. Viator's Lions in the last few minutes.
Puck gets deflected, no icing. Sipetrov there on the forecheck. Tries to beat Siegel, gets some support from LeBoy. Both teams trying to come away with possession. Both teams occupying what is formerly known as Gretzky's office. Puck takes a carom, and it doesn't go in. Both teams averting danger. Now it's numbers for GBN. A 2-on-1 if they can hurry. A centering chance looking for Raub, but it hops over his stick. Another try for GBN. It's Semmelback shooting one. That one gets blocked by Sipetrov. Both teams laying down the body. Voris almost capitalizes on the turnover. Now it's Speck entering the zone. 2-on-2, trying to catch them on a break. That one gets intercepted. And now it's numbers for GBN if they can hurry. Here, another chance from a center who slices. Another look for Sandler. Great save. The rebound, another great save by Harrer. And it gets cleared as Harrer stands his ground and denies the top line of the Spartans.
Wow, great pace again. You see Noah Center 66 in white with some great speed through the neutral zone. A few great stick handles to free up a little bit more space. Drops it back to Sandler. He has not one but two great opportunities on Harrer, and Harrer twice with that left pad. Just two great kick saves to keep his team square.
Kuffel, under 3 minutes left in regulation. Nutley has it at the defensive wing. Long pass to Hoffman. Hoffman enters the zone, shoots one from distance, and that one gloved down by Raderman.
Hasn't seen too much rubber in the last few minutes as Raderman's sharp and net, able to track that one all the way. Got beat to that glove side earlier, so you know he's thinking about just keeping on his angle as much as he can and keeping square to the puck, and you see it there, just able to track that all the way into the glove.
Nutley shoots one, saved by Raderman. Another try from Hoffman, doesn't make its way through, spinning and shooting, another try. No shot on target on that try. Typically pretty easy saves, but when it's 1-1 with 2.5 minutes, they just feel a lot tougher than they really are, as Harrer not taking any chances. He squeezes with 2:30 left in regulation.
Rudy, you talk about it, even those rudimentary saves like that, it's a simple stick save off the blade of Raderman to our right, you know, our amplified right. We're getting in the territory of next goal. Feels like it's gonna do it, and even the small saves become big saves here as we wind down this third period.
1-1. GBN leads the series 1-0. If St. Viator wins, they force a game 3. A great save. A rebound goes wide. On the other end, GBN, they have the puck now. If they win, they advance to the semifinals of the SHL. Action starting to pick up. Shalin dumps it down. Puck takes us a couple hops. And again, because of how tight this game is, sometimes those easy ones can scare you a little bit if you're up in the stands.
And you see Brock Hare, he usually likes to play that puck right there. You see how we've seen how active he has been in this third period of moving the puck up to his defenseman. As you say, when clock starts winding down, you start second-guessing yourself just a little bit. You're a little bit more sure-handed, and he just elects to freeze that puck.
Raflowski to the point. Shot. Saved by Harrer. Stands his ground and makes a save with the right pad. Munau trying to beat Semmelbeck. Boris plays it off the boards. Munau again. Trying to find Stratinsky. Doesn't. Heavy collision. $1:40 left in regulation. GBN streaking up the ice. Coming in is Raflowski. Has it on the forehand. Puck goes to the far corner. Nobody there. Puck played behind the net. Siegel tries to get it deep. Goes off a couple of bodies. Now it's Rossi. Puck gets cleared. Voris has a step. Voris walking in on the backhand. The forehand. Save. It's still loose. Voris again. Another save by Reederman. Chaos in front of the cage. And it's the netminder standing strong.
What a great push off the left skate from Michael Reederman. He's not the biggest goalie as we know, but making himself look big. And it's a great rush up this right side from Viator. He's trying to move that puck from the glove hand to the blocker hand, but Reederman beats him to the post, and a huge save by the Spartans netminder here as we're coming down to crunch time.
1:13 left in regulation. Pococha has it in the neutral zone. Stripped away by Rosen. Tries to enter and gain the line. He does. Rosen spins, looking for someone in front. Officially in the final minute of regulation. St. Vita are able to clear. But quickly there is Rubin. Stymies them. In center ice, it's Robb. Enters his zone. Shoots one. Great save by Harrer. Another try for GBN. LeBoy there. Applies pressure. Gets the clearance. That one saved by Harrer. Right into the belly. 36.3.
Rudy, I like that shot from distance too. Forced the goalie to make a save, and surprised this puck's coming out. I guess the refs are calling that a delayed offside, so the puck's coming out of the zone, but I like that. I like the decision to put that puck on net, force the goalie to make a save here. Like we said before, those saves get amplified, even the easier ones, as we get down to the final seconds of this third period.
The center shoots one, saved by Harrer. Still loose. He comes out. Makes the save. York. Viter. Just trying to survive. And Harrer will squeeze with 18.3.
Yeah, Sean Nutley doing a great job of collapsing down into the slot, and Harrer made a great save off that right shoulder, and that puck just kind of had eyes, was bouncing right in front of him. He went out to try and secure the puck and get a whistle, but wasn't able to. But assistant captain Sean Nutley comes back and is able to swipe that puck away and really to a safe space. So no harm, no foul for the Lions there, and they're able to exit their zone.
O'Neal, one final chance, 8 seconds left. Not able to get the shot off. Lions rims it around and tries to clear. Voris keeps it in, 2 seconds left. That will do it. After 3 periods of play, just 1 goal apiece is not enough. We are going to overtime.
And Rudy, what an exciting third period, right? Just a little bit of back and forth in the first two. No team really trying to make any type of mistake, and then everything opens up. Everything opens up, and both teams with some great chances, both goalies, some magnificent saves here to keep their team square, and it's going to take some extra hockey here for a game 3 to be played, or for GBN to punch their ticket to the next round.
As a reminder, it'll be 5-on-5 in overtime for 10 minutes. If we don't have an answer, it'll be 10 minutes of 3-on-3. There's an ice cut after the second overtime if it gets there, and the teams will switch. So 5-on-5, we'll see if somebody can be the hero, and if not, we're going to whittle it down and open up quite a bit of ice, 3-on-3 puck.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, just looking at the records, both teams, great in the shootout, 2-1 for GBN and 2-0 for St. Viator. This is where those small things really get amplified. You got to get the puck inside the zone when you're near this face-off dot in the neutral zone, and any puck within 10 feet of getting outside of your defensive zone's got to get out. And with the long change as well, we got to be conscious of how long you're out on the ice. Can't have extended shifts. You're playing the back-to-back, second game of a back-to-back in 2 days, and just have to be conscious of
how much time you're on the ice and, get a change when you can, not when you absolutely need to.
Both teams thinking it over. St. Viator already lined up and ready to go. GBN taking the long stride to center ice. Both netminders showing a little bit of respect to one another between periods, giving each other the stick tap. Voris and Raflowski do the same. We're underway in overtime. Sudden death. Here we go. Voris trying to get a step. Taken away by Sibatroff. Sibatroff on the backhand. Was looking to get one in front of the net. Spins and shoots, and that one is saved by Raderman. Laboy has it. Quickly gets swiped away. Raflowski trying to clear. Can't do it. Sibatroff again. It's Lions. GBN looking to clear, looking to eliminate St. Viator, who have finished their last 2 seasons via overtime in the postseason. They hope that it's not the case this time. Hoping third time is the charm. Entering the zone is Voris. Carries it. Laboy was there to support. GBN trying to get something going the other way. Laboy gets a chop. Voris not there to support. And now streaking in is Rossi. Rossi shoots one, and that one goes over the crossbar. Voris clears. Goes way out of bounds, and the assistant coach decides to take a lap.
Assistant coach, good friend of the broadcast, Ben Stein, look out down there, fella. Don't think it was close to hitting him, but it's a helpless situation when your head's just below that half board down there. You can't really tell where the puck's going, so I don't blame him for reacting the way he did.
Pacocha to Kuffel. Kuffel on the backhand, looking for Hoffman. Was able to get a touch, but not enough to control. Nutley decides to hold up just a bit. Puck is still free. It's Sandler who finds Macinter. Macinter trying to slice his way through. Can't. Puck played in deep. It's Hoffman. Hoffman chips it out. Nutley there, trying to provide something. Has to settle for the puck, finding Pacocha in his own zone. Pacocha finds Hoffman. Hoffman turns it over. Smith almost got something going the other way. Another turnover. Sandler has to dump it. Hare just beyond his reach as the Lions getting a little sloppy. It's Nutley shipping it out. 8 minutes left here in the first overtime period.
Hoffman fortunate that he had numbers back there as he tried to exit the zone right through the middle of the ice.
Loftus shoots one. That one will go out of play. 7:51. So 2 mistakes almost led to very scary chances. Not exactly what you want to see, but they're able to survive and calm things down, and now they have an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, it's one of those where you talk about the little things, right? One of the things you're taught from a young age is if you don't bring the puck up the middle of the ice unless you're absolutely sure that you can get the puck out, and we see Hoffman there. He's at the end of what we said. They were in OT right now. Those legs are tired. I might not be thinking as well as he was in the first, and tries to make a risky play there. But as you mentioned, doesn't really harm the Lions there.
Stratinsky has it, shoots one. Easy save there for Raderman. Lions tries to clear. Can't do it. Eventually gets some support. Ruben to Miller. Miller walks in. That one easily gloved down by Hare, who saw it all the way into the glove hand.
It's a confident save, too, by 38 Navy, as you mentioned, looking it all the way into his glove on top of the crease. It might have even been a couple inches outside of the blue paint there. Just very confident goalie in net for the Viator Lions.
Skirmish. Rob gets it. Centering chance to Ruben. Well beyond his reach. Lions. Loftus has a bit of speed behind him. Trying to get the puck. Takes a huge hit. Puck goes all the way down. No icing is the call. Rob is there. Speck needing support. Has it from Stratinsky. Puck still loose. Nobody has it. Stratinsky, after supporting, ends up getting possession for the Lions. Long pass finds Loftus, rimming it around. Hare plays it behind the net, almost loses it, but Stratinsky was there to support. A turnover behind the net. 2 Spartans behind the cage, trying to get something going. Stratinsky shrugs him off. Stratinsky trying to do it himself. Is able to. Gets it into enemy territory at Sibatrov. GBN going the other way. Turnover from Burns, but Voris couldn't touch it. He had a delayed offside. Burns gets a touch, no icing. Harrer plays it behind the net. A little bit of a miscue. Puck gets turned over. Good chance here for the Spartans. Puck play to the point. A shot from distance goes off of a body. Voris trying to get a step. And there to support is the defenseman.
Great shot block there, too, by the Lions, helping their goalie out. There's a lot of traffic in front of Harrer down there, but couldn't tell who the Lions player was, but able to get out there to the point and block that shot from getting through.
Here comes Shalin, shoots one, that one goes wide. Samuelback shoots one, goes off a body, save, rebound, another try, no goal, another one, they score! Game, series, and it's the Spartans moving on.
And Rudy, we talked about the little things. This all starts from the Spartans just getting the puck into the zone behind the net and takes a weird bounce off the right pad of Harrer, and Spartans able to put the empty change back in the net and find their way on to the next round.
A dramatic ending to the game sees GBN in dramatic fashion punch their ticket to the SHL semifinals. A valiant effort from both netminders. But in the end, one must win, and in this case it was GBN. What action, what chaos. But it's the Spartans getting it done. Stick around, folks. Wes Anderson will have the player of the game. You'll hear from him in just a moment, but in the meantime, as widely considered as the greatest tradition in sports, the handshake line in the postseason between two very strong, very talented teams. Handshakes conclude. Both of these teams, hard-fought game. We now toss things down to ice level, where Wes Anderson is with the hero of the game. Take it away, Wes.
Thanks, Rudy. I'm with Michael Rafalowski down here, and you guys are going into that second intermission. You're down 1 goal. You're looking to kill a penalty. What was the message in the locker room?
We were just talking to each other. I mean, we knew we had the game the whole entire time. I mean, every single game we played with these boys all year, it's been a 1-goal game, always close. And thank you, Stein. We knew we were the better team. We just had to work our asses off and just bear down. With the PK, all we had to do was just make sure they didn't get it, and we had to just hit them. Physicality was the key to success there.
It seemed like after you guys got that first goal, a ton of momentum on the offensive end. How do you look to take that into the second round?
I mean, our struggles offensively we're getting the pucks there. We've gotten a lot of chances. Our problems are just not finishing. We did a great job this third period, getting a lot of offense, and I think heading into the second round, we're going to be great. Our whole team loves each other. We're playing great. We're playing with chemistry, and we're all supporting each other the whole way. So I feel like we're going to make a great run, and we're going to win it all.
All right, thanks. Go enjoy it with your teammates.
Thank you.
All right, Rudy, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes. Your final score in overtime, 2-1 in favor of the GBN Spartans. They advance to the semifinal. Of course, matchups, dates, and times will be announced at a later date. But in the meantime, these two teams, a very, very strong effort that saw the Spartans come away with a ticket punch to the semifinals. On behalf of our entire crew, we want to send our thanks to everybody that tuned in, and of course to our sponsors. The final score in overtime, 2-1. On behalf of Wes Anderson, I've been your guy, Rudy Hodgson. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you throughout the stretch of the postseason here on the SHL Network. Have a good evening.